Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Cloudcast. I'm your host, Grebly, with co-host Jack
Hey, my boy.
and special guest, Lambino.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yo, what's up, Lambino?
How's it going? How's it slouching?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm glad we just started this now, and
Yeah, of course.
rambling for a couple minutes.
Yeah, of course.
That would be crazy.
We didn't.
That would just show how unorganized this thing is. But thank
didn't-
God that you guys written all the questions in advance and everything. You know, like you had this all prepared.
We didn't
right?
want to waste your time. We wanted you to come in. And
Exactly.
Get out, you know. We want you to
I
just be the most convenient thing for you to do.
Well, this is probably the most important. Connections. I guess featuring video of me. Fuck,
Yeah.
I can't speak, but let me just say this is definitely the most important. Wait, hold on. I think. Yo, what's up, Drake? What's up, dog? You need me to fly in to Toronto tonight? Yeah, all right, no problem. Yeah, no, I'm just with two losers doing their shitty podcast. Yeah, I can head out. You need me in the studio, bro? Yeah. Sure, dog. Yeah, no, I'll be there. All right, see, dude. Yeah.
Is
Bit of
Drake
a
a rapper?
complication. Bit of a complication, guys. I just got a phone call from Drake.
So,
Come on,
Lambino, who are you? Tell our audience, who are you? What is your purpose for being here?
Well, I was born in 2002, August 15th.
Yeah.
Born in Portland, Oregon, and then I moved down into Oceanside, California, where I went to elementary school at McAuliffe Elementary, and pretty cool place. I met a lot of my great friends there that I've never, I haven't talked to in 8 years, but still best friends because we talk pretty frequently together. And then from there I went into high school and started YouTube. Yeah, it's my story.
Right on.
I skipped middle school, dude.
What type of content do you do?
Can we restart?
No, we're doing this.
Go! It's fucking awful.
Dance for me, Pez.
Hey.
No, but for really the obviously I'm here because YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I never I'm not gonna lie. One of my main goals when doing this was I wanted to get big doing this. That was kind of my dream.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas because I wanted YouTube or at least internet shit to be kind of my career path, and I chose to do YouTube because I fucking love making videos, dog. First kind of shit I was doing was stop motion animation, and I've been wanting to do gaming videos ever since I was 12, and I couldn't really do that until last year.
Yeah.
I had what was it to start off? It kind of all started around 2013, and I had gotten an Elgato for Christmas because I was begging one all year round, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Now I can start recording." And I got so hyped, and then I realized that I need a computer.
Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah, so kind of a minor oversight, and so happy to use it. It instead of being used, it ended up just fucking sitting in the back of my closet for 8 years, and then I rented it to a kid for $5 and never saw it again. So,
Genius.
pretty cool. Yeah, I know. I get that a lot.
No, seriously, man. Really smart.
Yeah, no. I don't know. Talking about more relevant stuff though. YouTube is, it's always going to be a hobby. It's never at the forefront of, it shouldn't be the forefront. I want it to, but it shouldn't be the forefront of all my goals and activities.
Yeah.
That wasn't a proper English sentence, but either way, basically what I'm trying to say is
Hey
that.
man, it's good. We're off school hours right now. You can talk however you want.
Yeah, I get you, dude. We were talking about this before we started. I am so tired. Like,
Yeah.
it's been pretty much 4 hours of sleep all week.
Editing,
Well, like every
schoolwork,
day.
and gaming.
Editing quotation
That's
marks.
life.
I just use editing more or less now as an excuse to tell people that I don't want to play with them.
I'll remember that.
Well, yeah, dog, I'm working on my video. Sorry, dude.
No, he's not.
Fucking hell no, I'm looking at porn, dog.
Yeah, I was about to say you're slouching down, beating your meat.
Giving it a good
wait,
wank.
hold on, I retract that. I've actually never masturbated.
Oh, good Christian boy, good Christian boy.
Now I know that's not true.
No. That's a sin, Jack.
Mm-hmm. I hate this. Okay.
No premarital eye contact.
Yeah, but no premarital attention.
Alright. I don't know. All right, back to what we were talking about. I've been doing YouTube for a little around a year. And, if I'm going to be real, me, when I first started this, I was like, dude, I'm going to be at like 1,000 subs by now because I thought it was hot shit. When I go back, I'm just literal shit. Like, I look back at my old videos and it's hot garbage.
Everybody has to start off somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm just lucky that, I didn't start off like my YouTube career documenting me going into like fucking child services center like Max Mofo, but
is that
he
really
did.
how he started it?
No, but he had vlogs, and he talked about this before. Vlogs going to the job center. Yeah, I think for when you're unemployed. Yeah, in Australia. Those were his first videos. Completely gone off the internet now. Like, you can't find them. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that my first video is just a shitty Rust thing. Well, at least the one that's open to the public. I have like 2 streams from like 2014 of me as like a little tyke playing games, and then I was playing like Call of Duty Zombies and like Minecraft. Those were the 2 streams. And no surprise, each one has like 8 dislikes, but yeah, those are 2 things I have on there. I don't know, man.
Dude, you gotta let us see those.
Yeah, hell no.
I think my first videos were freaking... They were Roblox. I would stand in front of the screen with the Roblox recorder and type out, "Hey guys, what's up? It's Enderbro174.
Damn, that's a little more advanced than I thought.
It went from...
I thought you were gonna be like...
It went from
Sorry,
Ender Madness to Enderbro174 to... I think it was just Enderbro, then Encamped Relic, Encamped Relic 174, and then Jack HP 174, then Jack HP.
Bro, that's kind of cringe, man. Like,
Yeah, all of them. I hate all those names. But
yeah, I mean, you should have, at least attempted to get like some sort of like sick name, like Burger Man 2002.
Burger Man.
No, that's fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Burger, cheeseburger.
Burger Big Buck Whopper. But yeah, no, I'm terrible of coming up with names.
I mean, me too. It took me like 3 months to come up with my name, and I was like mashing shit together as like
Flambing.
literally like I was a scientist. I was literally like a word scientist, like combining and mashing words and cross-referencing them to like my favorite YouTubers at the time, like CNAers and shit. And I was like, yes, the pieces are all coming together. Just to realize, and after 3 months of work, that it's like the name of like 5 billion like Filipino families. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Grebly, how did you come up with your name?
Well, there's multiple plot lines.
Plot lines.
I was born with Grebly. It was always inside me, and I finally unlocked him. It was a long struggle, but I finally...
Unlocked him?
Yeah, I finally beat the challenges
by
that were
paywall
inside
or
my brain.
Oh,
Like, it's kind of like the labyrinth. You just have to get through it, and then you unlock me.
That's kind of gay, dude. Why don't you just like like if it's like a battle pass, you know what I'm assuming. Why don't you just like pay for all the tiers?
There is
you would have
no
got
pain,
it immediately.
only pain.
You pay for empty tiers until you get to tier 1000, and then you get Grebly.
I'm just there. The only
Sad
thing
disappointment.
you can pay in is blood, though, for some reason. It's kind of weird.
No, it's like you're at the
Which
end
type
and you're
of
like,
blood?
yes, I can grant you 3 wishes. And
A positive.
start like, can I please have a girlfriend? No.
No,
Can't
you
do
get
that.
Grebly.
You get me.
By 3 wishes, I mean like I will do 3 favors for you. I
Get
can't
me Grebly.
really grant you
Obtain
shit.
Grebly. Marry Grebly.
Wait.
Goals?
Hey man,
The,
it's
the
2020,
real
brother.
the real reason behind my name is I slammed my head into a keyboard and
This
it
podcast
popped up
sucks.
GRB, and I just
I'm just
added the
kidding.
ELY.
Really?
It like I literally just went like, what's a good username? Slam my head into the keyboard, and that I only got 3 letters, GRB, and I just kind of spelt the rest of it out.
That's a
I was
story,
like,
man.
That's a catch to it.
That's a story.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what type of games you guys vibing with right now? Or wait, yeah.
Yeah.
What games are you guys playing?
Well, I started playing Stardew Valley a few weeks ago, and I've been mad vibing with it. It's a lot of fun to just like, even a lot of people say they get annoyed when they restart a farm or something, or like if they're doing online stuff they have to restart and everything, but I don't mind that because like you can, the game has pretty much endless like things you can do. You can be a complete maniac and just like vibe around, or you could like marry someone, marry a different person, be gay. It's pretty good.
I still haven't gotten it yet. I need to though. But
What about you, Lambino?
Oh man. Pretty much solely like I was playing Modern Warfare for a while, and I got back into Terraria for a couple months, but pretty much all CS:GO and Halo. I actually used to hate CS:GO for like because shit. First year I got it, which was like 2017. I don't know. I'm a pretty late bloomer when it comes to CS:GO, but this past year I just like I found like a new. It's like a renaissance for me, although there was no like great period before it, so it's kind of like a golden age then. Yeah. Well, whereas like fucking like I am like sad boy amount of hours, like just cranking out time in CS:GO, getting matches and ranking up,
I have
and then dropping down a lot and
326 hours in CS.
I have around 1,000.
Good lord.
I've been
I think
playing
I
CS:GO for 7 years now.
I think
I
I
had to
clocked
take
in
a-
like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I had to take a break because I got it on my old computer, which is a laptop, and it was running fine.
Mhm.
And then the Revolver came out, and then my PC was like, "Yo, this Revolver's taking up too much fucking RAM, dog," and then just dipped on me. So I'm like, okay, I can't play CS:GO anymore. Time to play Minecraft. And I got into Minecraft heavy during that time. But I got this computer, and I play CS pretty much at least like once or twice a week, like a good session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I clocked in like 300, 400 hours this past year.
Wow. Right on, dude.
Dude.
And the year just started.
Not
Holy
really. That's
crap,
not a
dude.
right on. Shut up, dog. Nah. That's not really something to be proud of, I'm be real. But I mean,
I really
it's more of like a sit down and laugh and
start
go
crying.
haha and start crying. Pretty sad.
I really want to like start playing CS more and start trying to get like actually good at it. But I just get bored of it so quickly. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but like I I don't know. There's only so many comps you can play before you're like, all right, I'm done.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that is kind of the reason why I don't really rank up past like Silver Elite. And
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely do it, but like I'll be playing the game and try to be competitive for like a solid for like a week or two, and then immediately after that I get drained, and all I want to do is just mess around with people and just like
Yeah, that's
crack
me.
jokes and get reactions. And then it just kind of balances back and forth, and so it always stays refreshing. I could always play at least 2 games like a day. I mean, that's not what I do, but every time I need to record though, like it's anywhere from like 3 to 4 games a day.
Right on. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I pick like 3 games and stick with those 3 games for like a month and just drop back and forth between each of them. I think right now it's
I
like
feel that.
right now it's Borderlands 2, Rust, and Halo. I've been playing the hell out of all 3 of those. I had 12 hours in a single day the other day in Rust.
Dude, let me tell you something about Rust, man. I have like 1,600 hours in that game. That's the game I first like got into, and like I played that straight for like 2.5 years, and it kills your grades.
Yeah, it really does.
You have to, and like even it's kind of a different game now than where it was 2-3 years ago. It's virtually impossible to play solo now, and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a totally different game, and that's kind of the reason I stopped playing. I also got bored of it, but it's kind of sad because I wish I could have like been recording the past like 2 years, because anything I have now on my channel does not hold, like, it doesn't compare to basically what I could have recorded. Like I've had some fucking amazing times with that game, and I love it so much. Excuse my language, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, what I want to do is get like 8 people together to all just do unmodded Rust and like grind the hell out of it for like a weekend or 2. I feel like that would be so much fun, because there's 8 of us.
Yeah.
Things would go by a lot quicker. We'd have the numbers to like fight people, and it might actually make unmodded fun for once.
Yeah. Well, I don't play modded really at all. I don't know. I played modded when I first started, and I think a lot of people do that. If you're going actually, like, props to you if you're going into that game like balls deep. Like, well, I mean, like my first couple like days I was doing that, just going into normal server.
That's how I was too.
Holy shit, dude. Like back then it was a massive learning curve. Now it's even bigger. Like it's surprising because more and more people are coming to Rust because of great creators like Wayland, but at the same time the game has become increasingly harder.
Yeah.
And it's just worse to adapt to over time. Like if you stop playing for a couple months and you come back, it's vastly different.
Oh yeah, I know. Like they add so much and change so many things about the different places.
Like in a whole year, the game's completely changed, and you'd expect that from updates and shit.
Now.
But yeah, I mean, crap like that. Like, I don't know. Will I say it's a better game than what it was 2-3 years ago? That's up for debate.
Yeah,
it's definitely still a good game, just different. I wouldn't say it's necessarily better. Continually adding new stuff to the game makes it fresher, but it doesn't necessarily make it better in the end.
I've had the game since June. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Grebly.
I would love to get into Rust, but like my PC just like shits the bed every time I play it.
Oh yeah,
you get it.
Once I get a better PC, I'll be able to play it in.
Dude, even for me, I can't record Rust anymore, because it seems with each update, they add more stuff and they don't optimize it. Like I have a 1070, and I used to be able to get 100 frames without recording and around 60 when recording, 60, 70. Now when I play Rust, I average 70 and get like 50 to 60 frames with a lot of stuttering, and when I try to record, and it's just undoable. Like I can't record Rust and want to actually enjoy playing the game. Like I can interact with random people, and I love doing that. Like that's actually the main reason I come back to Rust. But I'd like to win a couple bow fights and just like get some shit done. But I don't know. It just depends. Yeah, I have to choose if I want to record or not.
Yeah. It's so like it's still possible to record. It's just really difficult, or.
Yeah, it's kind of unplayable, and then as like an audience, watching it, like I could drop it down to 30 frames, but I'd like 60 frames content.
It just looks
and most people enjoy that too. Like it looks kind of weird when it's like constantly fluctuating between 50 and 60, and you're not getting stable frames on a recording. It just doesn't look good. You get a lot of it messes a lot with keyframes and stuff, because it'll be like still for a while, still for a couple frames, and then you go on. But that's how it works.
Which location do you think has the most convenient and best loot to grab? My personal favorite is Outpost. Not Outpost, it's a freaking airfield.
Z9.
Airfield?
Yeah.
Airfield used to be the place for me, either that or Dome. And then Launch Site came out, and everyone was like, holy shit, dog. Like,
dude, I could not get...
Everyone built near Launch Site.
I can get past Bradley. I think that's the tank's name, but I don't know where the fuse is. Like, I don't know where to get in.
Honestly, the best location to be, in my opinion, is by a gas station or a supermarket near the sea.
Yeah.
And then just rely on sea scrap and going to the oil rigs now that oil rigs are a thing. That's where the loot is.
Yeah,
that's the most fun for me, in my opinion.
I've only been to an oil rig once, and they are a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I want them to like update the sea, add some more things there, because there's stuff there, just not a lot.
They've been working on it. Yeah.
Freaking.
It'd be cool if they added in NPC patrol boats.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be really cool.
That'd be pretty freaking awesome.
Spice it up a bit.
I want them to add.
And you could have
imagine
a
if
couple.
They added NPC convoys.
It'd be like a wave thing, like where you shoot down a surveying boat, and then they call like a distress signal or something.
Yeah.
And then like a ton of backup ships come out, and then you have like a medium-sized ship that you need to like fight off of, and then there's like some crates or something, or maybe it's like helicopter where there's a big explosion, and then you gotta wait a couple minutes for like stuff to cool down, and then you can grab the loot.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, they have scuba diving, but no one does that anymore. That's kind of a gimmick.
Yeah, Grebly, you need to get yourself a better computer, boy.
I know I want.
Yeah, what are you running?
So my computer, its processor isn't even 3.0 gigahertz, and then I don't have a graphics card. But the RAM is solid. Like 12 gigs of RAM is solid.
Yeah.
So it's like everything's fine, like on that part, but everything else is ass.
Yeah.
And here am I complaining about my stuff, but you keep buying and you find out that you never feel satisfied enough with what you want.
That's the American dream, my boy.
It's always like, I got a great PC, but I can't be doing exactly what I want to the best of my ability, so therefore I must get something better.
I just need to get myself a
and then when you get
NASA lunar station.
Facts.
So I can run Rust
and then when
graphics. So Rust doesn't crash
when you get that
quit.
better system, then all you want is a better system,
Yeah.
Like,
my computer's
there's always
overpowered,
something
and
better.
I still find myself saying this computer sucks.
Yeah. I mean, once I upgrade the computer, it's like, oh, now I need a better monitor or something else. I mean, I'd prefer to have a second 144 hertz monitor. And fuck it, I have one 144 hertz monitor, And I'd want another one because I complain that the 144 hertz monitor drops to 60 when I play videos on the second monitor. And so it's like, that's such a small gripe and complaint that realistically, like, who cares, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I'm finally though. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, I was gonna change topics, but if you have something else to say, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, like, you know, no one starts out with all the equipment in the first place. Anyways, it's built up over time. I was just gonna add that in. I don't know.
There's some people who do, like, they're privileged enough, like, by just, like, parents or something that, like, can get that at a younger age, or they bought it themselves with, like, working and stuff, which I'm trying to do, but, you know, no one wants to hire me.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 17.
I thought you were 18.
Well, what are you trying to apply for?
I applied to grocery stores, to fast food places, literally everything in my area. I've gone...
You graduated from high school.
No, not yet. I'm almost though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, neither am I. I don't get that. It's like, maybe it's one of those things where it's like, you need 3 years of experience to get this job at my grocery outlet. If you want to be a courtesy clerk where you bag groceries, you're gonna need 3 years of experience for that.
It's weird because my friend...
Where are you supposed to get the experience from if you...
Yeah.
Like, you need experience to drive this car. I've never driven this car. You're the only ones with this car.
I saw a post where I think it was for C++, and it was like, needs 10 years of experience of C++, and then like a college degree and stuff. And like, I think, I could be wrong about the program, but, and the caption was like, coming from the person trying to be hired, he was like, dude, C++ hasn't even been out for 10 years. It's like a fairly new program. And it's just like, some people are just, they put up these high numbers, obviously to get the best employees, but they have no fucking idea what they're thinking about because, most of them are just boomers.
Yeah.
I hate using that word, but, it's true.
It's true, yeah. For me, it's not even experience. Me and my friend both never had a job before, applied to the same place. They interviewed me twice. They interviewed him once. And they hired him over me, and like they hired like 7 people. And I have a lot of people. I know people who work there, and they're saying in total they got maybe 10 people who applied in the past like 7 months. So like literally they didn't hire me and like 2 other people, like or another person or something like that. And I was like, huh? So I go in there one day and I see that they hired this chick who, mind you, she has a ton of like past job experience, but she has a lot of citations and bad reputation for it because she's late to work all the time and or doesn't call out sick and just doesn't show up and stuff, and she gets fired for that, which a lot of jobs don't want that. And also, it was in a produce, so you have to reach high, you have to do all these things like reach, grab, carry. She's 4'6". I was like, she can't even reach the top shelf. Like, bro,
she's a tiny person.
Yeah, I'm like,
she's almost as short as Swagger Souls.
How short is he actually?
I think he's like 5'7".
He's like 5'6" or something. 5'7", 5'8". Yeah, I think like 5'8".
Fitz is like a freaking beast. He's like
Fitz is a fucking mongoloid, dude. That man's like 6'5". Like I met a couple people who were like 6'6" and whatnot, and I felt like a baby standing next to him, and I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, like I have a friend who's it's scarier because he's ripped beyond all belief, and he's 6'5".
She?
He.
Oh, he. Okay, I heard she.
Like,
it's like, damn, bro, what are we going up against?
No, he's one of the biggest like football players, and because I was on the team with him, but he's a big tight end, and then also he does shot put, and like he's going to states because he's just massive. Like he can huck that thing.
Dude, I'd be having like a dream in like a gladiator pit and like constantly be winning. And he's the kind of person to show up in my dream to just kick my ass and turn it into a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I sometimes guy. I just, yeah, no, I get that. Sometimes I just think about it like, if I was put in a, one-on-one death match between me and this other guy, would I survive? And, 7 out of the 10 times I think about it, I'm fucking dead. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Grebly, I have the job at ESPN, right?
Yeah.
I don't technically get paid for it just yet. It's more of a
internship.
Yeah.
Internship.
Because by the time I start this summer when this summer starts, because I've been recording for them this whole time, I will skip to, instead of cameraman, I'll skip to director of shots, which gets paid like $20 an hour. But
oh my god.
That's why I'm doing it. That, and it's a lot of fun, so I just do it anyway for free. It's like a hobby of mine anyway. But I've been, dude, they have had some people in there that were just so just so unqualified.
Massive.
I have no idea how the hell these people were trusted to run these cameras in the first place. I showed up one day, right, and I said, all right, I'm here. Which camera do you need me on? They're like, oh, we're good. We don't need any. I'm like, but I usually work camera 4. And they're like, yeah, we got somebody covered. This person literally needed a stool to just see the camera. They were so freaking short, and they could not turn it because every time they would turn it, their arms are so short they wouldn't be able to They weren't a midget either. The camera's just that tall, but I'm like, I kept telling the director of shots, I'm like, look, bro, I can take this camera over right now, and they insisted that I did not and let her do it. So I don't know if she was like a Make-A-Wish kid or something, but dude, that I looked back on the live stream of that show too, and it was just so shaky on that camera.
Yeah. I don't like it when the jobs or people who mass corporate or all of that they're so nervous about new people that they never can trust them, and it's you gotta trust at least for a little bit. I don't say give them the job. I say if someone is flexible on schedule, flexible on what they do, what they don't really give me anything and I'll perform, they should at least give them time as an intern to work it and see how they are before they decide to give them a job, or if it's and you're not the one.
Well, Grebly, I totally agree with you, but a live recording of camera work is something you probably want a bit of prior experience for.
And also different circumstances like that.
Yeah, no, obviously, I mean.
Also set up
and
training.
I'm pretty sure she was new, right, Jack?
I think so. I've never seen her before, so I'm pretty sure she was new. Yeah.
Possibly, you never know.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation was. I haven't seen her back, but yeah, she was probably new. We had this one person in there. I'm not gonna say his name, Zach, but he was so. Oh my god, dude! He would not listen to the director of shots. They actually had me go over there and take over his freaking camera because he didn't know how to turn. All right, Lambino, I'm sure you know about this, but when you do videos and stuff, you can't have extremely jerky, sudden movements.
You can't. Well, I mean, unless it's calculated.
Unless it's supposed to be that way, and it's calculated for the funny.
If you're doing a shake, yeah,
if you're doing a shake, then it totally works. If you're doing a reaction,
you're talking about.
Just
you're talking about
movement.
Where the whole screen's moving up and down real quick and it's jittery, right?
How we're supposed to do it is because when you're live, you can't jerk it around because it'll look bad for the viewers. So you have to slowly turn it, and zoom in if you need it.
Yeah.
This dude would just jerk it to the left, jerk it to the right. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you know, but in VR, like when you turn around in VR chat, it just flicks you.
Jack, I think you're just mistaken. He's just a professional, and he's just adding in a real-time motion blur.
He honestly, real-time motion blur.
Dude, he's just on a different level.
Dude, he's much
Dude,
more
he knows
experienced
how to
than
use RG Universe. That's all I'm saying.
RG
He knows how to
Universe.
use Premiere Pro plugins.
Yeah, that's it. Nah, dude. Oh man, that was such a bad game. We've had so many good ones, but for some reason those are the only two I can remember. The only two bad ones.
He knows how to add on the transform filter and
Yeah, of course. He
add
knows how to
the
literally
shutter
slap
filter
the
to
camera
180.
into Premiere milliseconds after it's live.
Yeah.
When things get dramatic, he does a screen shake.
Sudden movements are fine if they can be calculated to like precision, and you can only really do that in post.
He would like jerk it
Unless you
and
got a
then
robot.
overshoot it and then twist it back.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Oh, my neighbors scared me.
I
They're
get-
blasting music, and I thought it was me.
I get worried about stuff like that a lot of the time when I'm working on a video. In fact, that's one of the main reasons. Once I'm finished with what I'm working on now, I'm gonna try to switch up my subtitle format, because all my subtitles, like it blooms out from the center.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, and sometimes when you're reading it, along with all the commotion going on in the video, I try to be very sensitive about that because I don't want people getting disoriented watching my videos. That's the last thing I want.
Yeah.
But blooming from the center, it's a lot harder to read than just having it start at the left and approach to the right. But I have to figure out a way to have it always kind of looked centered, or it looks centered,
Mm-hmm.
and until I find like a perfect preset that matches everything, and I'll have to like tweak with it. It's my only other alternative is to constantly try to move the text in the right way to get it to its perfected area.
I really like how.
I bet you there's a shortcut for it though.
I'm sure there is.
Sorry, go ahead.
There's probably a preset or something you could download, but
Yeah.
I really like how High Tree does his subtitles, like just the way they look.
I don't remember. Does he do it block style?
Yeah,
or
he does
word
it
by
block
word?
style, so it's not like Comic Sans or anything. It's basic block, but the colors.
No,
work
I
so
meant-
well.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say block. I mean, does he chunk it? So like, is it a group set of words, or is it like one at a time? I don't remember.
It's like maybe 3 or 4 at a
Yeah.
time.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's a pretty digestible
And
amount.
he adds,
That's what I get
like,
worried
I'm
about.
not sure if you've seen Soft Willie's editing, but he like starts off with a word in the center, and then when the next word's said, that other word scoots to the side for that a new word to pop up.
Does it go to the left or the right? Or like
I believe
it's in the
goes
center, right?
To the right, yeah, because it has to stay centered. So
Oh yeah, I'd have to check that out.
yeah,
That's kind of what I'm worried about though. The center bloom. I think it's different than mine, but it's still the same premise. Like I think it just works better if you start from one side and then on the other. It's like reading a book,
Yeah,
That's my opinion, at least. I could be totally wrong, and everyone's entitled to what they want to believe, and that's totally cool.
yeah. Anyway, man, we've been all over the place recently. Freaking
Jack, you might want to get closer to your mic.
Is this good enough?
Yeah.
I completely
Yeah, that's
forgot
fine.
I moved it up there. I moved it to reach something. Whatever. I'll fix it in post.
What's your guys' biggest anticipated games for 2020? Besides Cyberpunk.
I don't really know of any that are coming up besides Lego Star Wars and Halo Infinite. I take that
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Halo 3 on PC.
Halo 3 on PC for sure. I forgot about Infinite. Kind of did. Not gonna lie.
The hype for Infinite has just been smothered by Halo on PC.
Yeah. Well, it'll come back. I mean,
I'm sure,
once
yeah,
we
it'll
see
come
some
back
actual
a month
gameplay
or
for
two
Infinite-
before. When we get a new trailer, it's going to
Yeah.
come right back.
when we see some gameplay for Infinite, it's gonna be
That's
big.
what I'm real curious on. I'm curious
Yeah.
how the
Let's see how it
gameplay is
plays.
going to be, and how what was that?
Let's see how it plays. Yeah.
I want to. I swear to God, I really hope it's split screen again.
They'll probably add it. Yeah.
Do you think though? I hope they don't
wanna-
make that mistake twice.
I'm pretty sure they were talking about open world, like on the ring, or I don't know what's
that's
going on.
kinda how ODST was. Kinda.
Kinda not really,
It
but like big
was-
open maps.
Because you
See, I'm fine with it if it's a little bit kind of like the Outer Worlds, where it's like, it's not open world, but it's chunked into segments.
yeah.
But even then, I'd prefer a linear story for Halo.
Oh
if
yeah, I
I'm gonna be
mean,
real.
I really like the
I'd much
linear
prefer
stories
linear
worked with all
story.
the other Halo games. And Halo 3 ODST, it wasn't open world, but it was like you got to choose which mission you did first, I guess.
Yeah.
So like it was still kind of
In
linear.
Halo 3,
In
in Halo 3, most of there was usually like 2 or 3 directions you could take for any.
Oh yeah,
level.
that's what I loved about those Halo games, like Halo 3 and Reach. Like some of they did that a lot with the later ones. There was like 6 different ways you could beat a level.
Yeah.
Well, Halo 1's the perfect example of that. The first, the big open levels.
Yeah. You didn't
Halo,
have to
Halo
take-
2 got pretty narrow.
I
still
it
a great
reminded me
game.
to show you. I found out that on tip of the spear for Halo Reach, there are so many different paths you can take, and there's so many different things you can do to just like
Yeah.
alter the experience.
I mean, it's no Hitman 2 where you
Yeah,
can
it's no
basically
Hitman
do
2,
100
but,
different ways, but it's not the same kind of game.
You want to skip the Wraith? Go skip the Wraith. If you want to
Yeah,
skip
you
the
can
Revenant,
do
go
that. I mean,
skip the Revenant. If you want to break yourself out of the map and get yourself a freaking saber, go ahead and get yourself a saber.
I'm very excited about the Flood. Very
Oh, yeah.
excited. Flood is my favorite.
I get myself really immersed.
Yeah, like the campaign, I have to play it with like my other monitor turned off and just like no distractions. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's why if I'm
There's
playing Halo, I'm playing by myself, not even talking to people, because I just get so into it. I just don't need
Yeah.
distraction.
And speaking on that, like there was a great YouTuber who made a video on like I totally forgot what it was, and it kind of pisses me off that I did. But he was talking about the difference between role playing as a character or just like playing your own self in like an open world game. I think it was related to the Outer Worlds. I'll see if I could try to remember it later
Yeah.
on. But he brought up a great point on how, well, at least personally for him, and I agree with it to myself, his philosophy was that like it's so much better to get yourself immersed into a character than to just play yourself.
Yeah.
Like even if it's made up, even if you're just like,
Because,
let's say you're playing Fallout New Vegas and creating your own character, it's just but you create a backstory and everything for him, and so you base your decisions off that instead of what you do for the optimal way to play. You try to make it tailored and unique and fit into the world. Whereas if you're just yourself, you don't get that same connection and that deeper dive. Big reason for the way I played Skyrim in certain ways.
I feel like Outer Worlds could have. It was a great game. Probably from the little bit I've played, because I don't actually own it, but I was playing at my friend's house. It was a really fun game. It's just I feel like they should have put more ability to do more stuff in it, because it was like in total only like 60 something to 100 hours.
Yeah.
Of like total story, side quests, everything. But I feel like they should have made like, especially in today's like gaming critique, like Fallout 4 brought out so much on its base game. Like there was 200.
Also took
plus
away a lot
hours.
of important elements.
Yeah, but like.
But Outer Worlds is Outer Worlds $40 or $60?
I think it's 60.
Well, either way, it is. It's not a AAA game.
No.
Obsidian. They make great games, but that game didn't have the budget for AAA, and most people you're supposed to know that going into it. But there were some points, that it was a little bit of a letdown. But overall, not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
As long as you go in knowing that.
Now, I was really impressed on how. Do you guys know the game No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really impressed at
what
like
are we
how
gonna-
bad it was, but then when they updated it, it made it like a million times better. Like it's actually such an amazing game. I was so
Well,
impressed like how they were able to just like flip the game to where everybody loves it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
All they
a
had to
couple great
do,
videos that.
Like,
Sorry, Internet Historian made a great new video on that.
like with No Man's Sky, it was like the hype was insane. It looked like it was gonna be one of the best games, and then like it came out, and I don't know what they were thinking when it came out.
It's a development studio of like 9 people, and the expectations were that of like a AAA studio.
Wow.
And there was literally like so much hype around this game that it was impossible to live up to.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, it's at where it should be now, but that is it's like 3.5 years later. It's like they needed that extra time. Like they needed that extra year badly, but they could only get 6 weeks in the first place.
Yeah,
I where they are now is where it should be shipped.
Yeah, I feel bad because like it wasn't even like the game itself was bad. It wasn't anything like that. It was just optimization issues and like the fact that
the game was
crashed every
bad.
5 seconds. If it
was bad.
If they fixed those subtle things to like find out how they could have easily just postponed the release date and stuff. I mean, they did have time like where they're like, oh, it's coming out this day, but I mean, games get postponed all the time.
Valve
And stuff like
Well,
that.
they already postponed it. Like that's the
but
thing. You know, they're
even
pressed
with
to.
that, like, it wasn't. I mean, like, you have all these games where they have like issues. There's always gonna be day one glitches and bugs, but like this was more than a day one glitch and bug. This was
Because the game was unfinished, dude.
yeah.
Like
they should just
the bugs,
said,
even if the bugs were fixed, it still wouldn't matter because the game didn't have enough content. It didn't live up to its, like there was no multiplayer.
Yeah.
There wasn't ring planets. There wasn't space battles with large capital ships and stuff.
Yeah,
It wasn't so
now.
even if like there was bug fixes, there is now, but even if there was back in the day, which isn't even that long ago, it still wouldn't have made the game like worth it for
They should have
most
just
people.
pulled a Lil Uzi and just said, "We're gonna drop this game when we think it's ready." Like
The difference between that and Little Uzi is that Little Uzi is just using it as an excuse to not make music right now.
Well, no, he has the full album for Eternal Take made. He actually brought it to Tyler the Creator to listen to, and Tyler the Creator said like half the song's beats were like awful to what he was saying, so he had to like switch up the entire beat so it like goes hard with what he's saying and stuff and like smooth. He had a lot of people actually help him make the beats so they match lyrics and what he's saying when he's and all that.
Well, I'll be interested in hearing that. I'm pretty big on Little Uzi Vert, but we'll see.
Well, we have a couple questions for you, Lambino, from people
Okay.
from our podcast fans and stuff. So, and there's not a lot, but actually a couple of these we've already answered. All right, first one's from Dabaski. He says, Lambino, how did you get knowledgeable with the Red Giants universe?
Well, it's a preset plugin. Kind of just install it, and it's just a helpful addition of Premiere. Stuff that you'd normally learn to make, like transitions and certain bunch of different stuff that you'd normally make on your own. Red Giant has just already there for you. Like I had already learned to make a lot of this stuff, and if for anyone who's trying to get into Premiere, I suggest like learn to do transitions and keyframing on your own, and once you get proficient enough with it, then take advantage of stuff like Red Giant Universe, which gives you presets for like VHS effects, like and all sorts of other stuff that you see YouTubers all around you use. A lot of people don't realize how many people use Red Giant Universe. JC, the first time I like looked at one of his videos and I'm like, yep, this man's using Red Giant. General Sam uses Red Giant Universe. I know there's a couple more. Yeah, there's a lot of people that use it. Well, although I can't condone you know, pirating it. I mean, let's just be real. I mean, $200 a year is kind of a lot. But yeah, I don't know, man. Red Giant Universe, just pretty handy all around. But yeah, I don't know.
Right on. The next one, but yeah, these next two are from RT60. First one is, what's your go-to order at a fast food restaurant or favorite restaurant? So what's your, I can take it what he's saying is like, what is the main thing you order at your favorite restaurant?
Damn. Man, I'm gonna be real. I'm not religiously tied to any one fast food joint, but Killer Burger. I don't know if you guys know what Killer Burger is. They're not really fast food, but Killer Burger, peanut butter burger with fries and just like a large like cola.
That sounds
fuck did I call it a cola? Yeah, it's great, dog. Like, I'm gonna be real.
Can you ship one to me?
I don't know, man. I mean, they could. In-N-Out opened up recently where I live, a new In-N-Out, and I used to live in Southern California, so that's pretty much the only fast food I wanted to eat. And I'd love to go to In-N-Out, and in fact, like, that would be my replacement. But it's like 40 minutes away, and the line there is still like 2 hours long. And it's been that way for like a couple weeks. Yeah, I don't know.
Right on.
People are just still standing out there waiting.
Dude, it's not standing. It is sitting in your car and backing up all the way into the freeway. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally...
You're telling us that the place had like a loop around it for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, pretty much. Like even at 5 in the morning.
Oh my god. The Chick-fil-A near me. So I go to Chick-fil-A not every Friday, but a lot of Fridays right after school because it's kind of like tradition with me and my friends.
Yeah.
We get there, and the second we sit down to order our food and stuff, it's like packed the second we actually get our food. Because it's like everyone's leaving work or school and just flooding the place. I'm like, holy crap. And every time we're leaving, we actually have to wait to get out because there's cars blocking the exit because of how long the line is. And the exit's on the opposite side of the store. Or not the store, the restaurant.
Wow. Dude, that's
I only recently had Chick-fil-A for the first time.
Yeah, it's so good.
I heard their sandwiches are pretty good.
Oh yeah, they make some pretty
still
good
haven't
sandwiches.
ate one.
I don't really like breakfast foods all that much, but their freaking breakfast bagel is the best thing up there.
It's like it's authentic chicken. It's like one of the fast food places that like
freshly killed chicken.
It's actually worth spending money there.
Yeah.
The service is great too.
Oh yeah, definitely. The service is all
regardless of your opinion on the like CEO and the owners, you can't deny that their service there is great.
Yeah.
Impeccable. Like, it's definitely the best in the industry for, because it's not really fast food. It's that step up. I'd put you guys don't know what it is, but yeah, Killer Burger would be in that same kind of category. Whereas it's like it's a step up above fast food, but it's not really a restaurant.
Yeah, it's like in between, like in the dark zone where it's like everything is great, but like still kind of fast food, still kind of better than fast food.
Yeah. Yeah. So our next question is from RT60 again. What are you proudest of? What moment in your life are you the most proud of?
Wow. Hold on, that's gonna require some thinking. I don't know, man. Let me think on that for a while.
I can explain.
Come back to it.
All right, we'll come back to that. These next couple are from Bibsy. He asked like 11. A lot of them were already answered though. So let's see. How long have you been doing YouTube? All right. First question by him is, what are your inspirations? Who are some people that inspire you to do YouTube?
CNARS, General Sam.
I love Sam.
General Sam. If anyone watches his content and watches mine, you can at least listen to the similarities. I use a lot of music from Jippy. I want to branch out, but I love his music. And I've never missed an upload from General Sam. FaZe Jev, I watch a lot of. I'd never miss an upload. Dunkey. And actually, surprisingly, only recently Fitz. I actually didn't even really know about Fitz until last year.
Wow.
And I've been kind of into that content for a long time, so it's kind of surprising that I didn't know about Swagger or any of those people. But predominantly Fitz because I'm always trying to compare the quality of my work to the people at technically the two people at the top, which is Soviet Womble and Fitz, who kind of really stand the test of time, at least in the sense where they have hyper edited high quality content that is very enjoyable. And Swagger Souls does a great job of that too. It's just not in that same tier. But
he does more like VR stuff
weekly
now,
and not monthly. Yeah.
So
it's branching out.
Next one. What are some things you like to do away from your computer? So personal life.
Yeah. I tried getting into skateboarding, and that lasted about 2 months. And I enjoyed it, but I suck.
Yeah.
Used to do a lot of beat production with my friends,
right on.
but I suck at that too. One of my magnum opus is baby.mp3, which I think you've heard already.
Yeah.
If not, I can link it. I might use that as an outro.
You showed me that one. Yeah, you should use that as an outro. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
It's literally, for context, it's literally just a mediocre trap beat over a baby crying in autotune, and it's kind of slaps, not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It isn't hamburger, but
it's no hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper, but
hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
We said that so in sync.
All right. Yeah.
I don't really know what else I enjoy. I'm big on music, man. I'm a huge audiophile. In fact, my biggest wish is if obviously I want a nice car and stuff, but everyone has their dream wish. Some people it's owning a really expensive car.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Lamborghini or Rolls Royce or something. What I want is a very high end audio setup.
That'd be awesome.
That's what I'd want.
My dream wish is to make it as a musician.
Yeah. Good dream to have.
Turn your channel into Asian Styles channel.
Yep, and then watch it fall and crash and burn.
Yep.
Shots fired, but not really, man. You look at his channel,
it's an observation.
Yeah, it's a case study.
Another question.
What happens?
Another question from Bibsy is, what's your process for creating a video?
Yeah, I'll take you through what I do. What I start off by kind of just bringing everything into the timeline and just cutting out what I think are the best bits. And that usually takes a couple hours. And then what I'll do is I'll actually do that a couple times. I'll take an hour break in between to, just refresh my mind so I can come back to it pretty clear-headed. And then, it helps me sort out the mediocre clips and the bad clips from the good ones. And then from there, I take those and I start my video off by creating. I either find a clip that I'm like, man, this would be really fun to work with, but most of the time I start with an intro. I want to make something big and bombastic with my intro, and that's what I usually build the rest of the video off of. That's how like my last CSGO video went with like the buddy cop thing.
Yeah.
And then so that's kind of how it works. And then to get things rolling, music has to be a massive element in it. Like I throw down like a couple good tracks that I handpick out, and then the rest is the rest, and it comes along pretty easily after that.
I think that's like the best part, is that like if you have a video and like a great song that can like start it off or like do a transition with or something, like it's perfect to like have that.
Yeah. Well, like, adding to that as well, when you having great music is like it's so essential. And most people in my size and even bigger don't realize that. It is so essential to have. You need good flow in a video, and music is a great conductor of that. To keep the video going and to keep people engaged, good music is really important. Fitz is another great example of that. I mean, obviously he's no pioneer of the Wii music, the Wii shop theme, but it works perfectly for an intro. It is optimally, like, it's great.
It's out too.
Yeah, it just gets you engaged and like ready to go in, like balls deep. It's great.
Like his outro music, when it starts playing, like the second you hear his outro music, it's like, okay, like the video's calming down, like no big jokes happen. And
what I'm always in a debate. It's like, do I keep the same intro and outro music, or do something different? I'm a big proponent of doing something different, but you miss on a lot of what comes with doing like one thing. Like it creates expectations for viewers, and almost a sense of back to the Fitz thing, like a sense of nostalgia for some viewers. Like you go into the comments and like a lot of the times you'll see like I always cry when the intro starts, and I'm like, all right buddy, that's cringe, but still like.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, music sets the tone, I feel like, for a video, especially with intro. Like even background music, like it sets the tone. So I feel like having a wide variety of songs, if you have like the same outro, I feel like that's fine. But like the intro, you gotta kind of spice it up every so often to set the tone. Like if it's a serious video, you gotta have more of like a serious kind of song, or if it's like goofy, you gotta do like the generic kid channel like Kickstarter music going on.
That's kind of this is a little off topic, but it's kind of what Teen Titans did. The original one is if it was a serious episode, like the Raven episodes, it would start off with the English version of the intro. But if it was like a goofball episode that didn't really have anything to do with anything, it would start off with the anime opening.
Yeah.
Talking on that element, hold on. Get ready to cut this out because I need to prepare my thoughts.
Yeah.
We were just talking about. Talking on that kind of element, and bringing it back more into YouTube. A lot of people, and it's one of the biggest things I tell them to do or to change is that the fact that like their music doesn't fit their tone at all. Like you'll be hearing some sad lo-fi hip hop while trying to provide high octane clips, and it doesn't match at all. And in fact, it creates almost an uncomfortable vibe because it just doesn't match at all, and it leads to a lot of people clicking off videos. And I'm very big on like trying to have, I'm not trying to be generic, but I am trying to optimize my viewing like sessions, and I want people to like view my stuff and be like be enamored with it in the sense where they're they don't want to click off until it's over. Like they just stick through it.
Yeah.
And having that element's really important.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gonna bring up something bigger, but I don't know why I forgot about that.
Like, for me, I don't usually like do any music because my videos are very short, so there's like no point. Also, they're very spastic. Of like, I just kind of on the spot 'em. But if I actually take time to edit, I have a video I'm working on. It like I'm trying to find like the perfect song to start it off with and have it as background and stuff. But it's also weird because the way it works is I have to cut the audio out so like you can hear what's going on.
Understand what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, so it's really awkward trying to get the cut out and like finding a good spot to cut the audio, like for the music, so it isn't like cutting off mid word or like mid like just random beat. Or something like that.
It's like one of those half jokes where it's like you tell the first half and it's like,
well,
so my parents died, and then
well, it's not like that in a sense because it's like it's about the talent show I hosted.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever someone's talent pops up, I'm like, okay, I gotta cut the audio out because there's a lot of parts like it's taking me so much editing because it was like 3 hours long of people screaming. I'm like, oh Christ. It's like when it actually like the memes and like the actual talent happens, I like have to cipher through 3 hours recording to find every single thing. I'm only like an hour in, and in total I probably have maybe like 4 minutes of a video right now.
Yeah, well, dude, that's honestly, if I'm gonna be real, that's usually a good rate. It really depends on what you're making, but I mean, 4 hours 1 hour for 4 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's also annoying because so my audio file, because I recorded 2 audio files, one of me and then one of everyone else, so I can balance it.
Yeah.
The audio file, the way it corrupted the regular audio
duplicated
file of
it?
just me. So like for a lot of it, I'm just not in it. Like you don't hear my voice. But I didn't realize I did record my audio for the other one it was like weird. I did like 6 tracks. I don't know how it ended up like that, but I made multiple tracks, and so now I have my audio and I'm just trying to sync it up, and that's the main part I'm having a struggle with is syncing. Because it took me like 20 minutes to sync up one of my laughs, because it was like in the regular audio file my laugh was like 5 seconds before everyone else while the guy was still talking. I was like, okay, that's weird, so I'd like even it out, all that.
Yeah. Now the last thing I want to talk about, if any of you guys made it this far, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but one of my content creator friends has lost his channel because somebody hacked into it. He had 98,000 subscribers, and he's basically lost that at this point because this site called Ethereum hacked into his channel, and they're live streaming what appears to be a giveaway of ETH points, and they've been live streaming it for almost a week now. So we're trying to get like contact of YouTube and stuff. So if you guys can like go onto Twitter or whatever and like at them to help his name's the Nerdbirds, that's his Twitter name too. But if you could like try to get the word out there so he can get his channel back, that'd be awesome. Because he's been working on that thing for like 5-6 years now, and I'd really hate for him to see it crash down this way.
Did he have to what is it, double authentication, like 2-factor authentication?
I'm not sure. He claims he did, but right now his email doesn't even work with the thing anymore because they changed the email and the password.
Yeah,
So
that
there's
sucks.
no way for him to get into it. So he's like basically begging YouTube to respond. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, outlook looks pretty dire, but hopefully, you know, like he can make it. That's awful to hear.
YouTube support is just not the best.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, man, if you don't have 6 million subs and your name isn't Lele Pons,
if you're not a YouTuber,
you're not going to get support.
Speaking of YouTubes, Lambino YouTubes win.
Lily. Dude, no Lambinos YouTubes. I don't have like a character for that, dude.
Just the freaking
even
dog.
Even if I was big enough, I don't know if I'd want to, because I don't want a glorified Barbie doll.
The thing with YouTubes, that's why I have such a big problem with it. You have to have the fan base that will buy it, or you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
Duh. I mean, it's like
they make a specific.
That's what it's
amount.
for.
They don't like make it individually. They make a specific amount, and
it would cost way too much to do that.
Well, yeah, and then once they make the amount, they sell all of it. You get a very little, like you don't get a lot of percentage of it. I think you get like 40% or something, 30. And then, if not all of it sells, you have to pay for the rest of it. So
wow.
in total, you're paying like if let's say they make $5,000 worth of it, only 2,000 sell worth of it. That's $3,000 out of your pocket because you didn't sell it.
Look, I think it's a good investment. You just gotta be smart about it. You gotta know your audience.
Yeah, you gotta know your audience.
And also, you have to have the not the character, but you have to have the ability to make a figurine that they're gonna want.
Like if you like Pyro
first off,
his looked awesome.
Yeah. And he has a fan base for that. If your content, and this is the whole problem of like having identity in what you do and being your like having a community that likes you for you and not your content. If your content is Minecraft like mod packs reviews and or shit like that, or stuff that's really just meant to get clickbait titles, and sure you get like 100,000 views, but if you don't have that core audience, like you don't have anything to rely on. And that would just be a good example. Like you could make as many YouTubes as you want, but you'd probably not sell.
That's what happened with Tumad's first channel. They liked his content, not him.
Yeah, I mean they laughed at him, or they didn't laugh at him. They told him to fucking shut up when he was talking, and when he showed his face, no one cared. I mean,
yeah.
But look what he turned it around, and because he made the second channel and everything about him, and people flocked to his channel because they liked him, and that's where I want to be. I don't want to be in a position otherwise,
Yeah. Well, Lambino, dude, if you want to come on another podcast episode, you absolutely can. This was a great talk.
Yeah, man.
Grebly,
it's a pleasure to have you.
Don't listen to this, Lambino. Grebly, remember to tell that to every guest so they feel welcomed.
Nice.
But yeah. Any last comments or concerns, anybody?
I just want to thank you guys for having me on, and
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
Of course, my boy.
Really, I hope both of your guys' careers, end up going well, and hope for the success
Dumplings
of your guys'
4 coming out
podcast.
soon.
Dumplings 4. Have you seen Dumplings, Lambino?
I've not seen Dumplings. I'm sorry.
We're having a watch along after this. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this episode of the Cloudcast today. Obviously, we had Lambino. Follow the Twitter. It's in the description. Subscribe to Lambino. He needs it. It's in the description. Subscribe to all of us but Riot Bro and Burrito. It's in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll catch you on the flip side. Hasta luego.